asking to immediately come back into the Senate caucus. I'm more concerned about relationships than I am individual relationship than about groups. If you would just humor me for a moment, Mr. President, I would like to read this because I want to make sure I don't get this wrong. The charging document that I have provided before you charges 8 specific incidents as to each incident that involves the First Amendment. Mr. President, I've not been charged with any crimes nor sued in any court of law for any of the words cited and interpreted by some as disorderly behavior. While there is no legal definition of disorderly behavior, a summary of conduct involving censure of other legislatures throughout the country has been tabulated. None of the sanctioned conduct in any legislative body has ever been related to speech, actions of a legislator. Almost all of the censures reported involved dishonest or unethical behavior, mostly in campaign finance issues. Further, the only censure of the Virginia General Assembly was in 1987 when Senator Babelas, following criminal charges of conflict of interest. Criminal. While he was acquitted of the criminal charges, this body still censured Senator Babelas for violation of Senate rules, notably even in such an extreme situation of clear conflict of interest. The Senate did not demote the seniority, nor did he lose his chairmanship, as being requested in the censure. Mr. President, the United States Supreme Court has long stressed the importance of allowing elected officials to speak on matters of public concern. Elected officials play a role in our society that is imperative that they be allowed to freely express themselves regarding matters of current public importance. And Mr. President, there is no doubt that formal reprimands of elected officials are a violation of federal law, specifically 42 U.S.C. 1983, if the reprimands are for conduct specifically protected under the First Amendment. Every word of the complaining conduct of the proposed censure is politically protected free speech. And while my words and my actions may be offensive or even repugnant to some in this body, which I really don't want to be, by the way, I am accountable to my constituents who re-elected me to my position even after conduct contained in count 1 of the censure. They re-elected me with 10 percentage points, Mr. President. Speech that some do not approve of is no grounds for censure. Mr. President, while the Senate has the authority to discipline its members for disorderly behavior, I more importantly am protected by the First Amendment related to constitutionally protected free speech. Disorderly behavior today or ever in the history of any censure in the United States has been defined in such a way as this Disorderly behavior today or ever in the history of any censure in the United States has been defined in such a way as this body is contemplating. While members of this body have legislative immunity, the body itself does not. Mr. President, I really don't want to do this, but if the Senate chooses to humiliate me, to irreparably damage my reputation as they've continued to do over and over, by issuing a censure for the conduct charged in the Senate substitute, I will not be without remedy to clear my name. Mr. President, I am praying for wisdom of this body to end this matter collectively and definitively by voting no to SR 91. The nation needs to heal, and we have much better things to do than talk about me in this body. We do not need to have a public fight in a court of law. Don't want that. And hope all my colleagues agree to not compel me to escalate this matter in that way. Thank you, Mr. President.
Question is, shall Senate Resolution 91 be agreed to? All in favor of the motion will record their vote aye. Those opposed, no. Are the senators ready to vote? Have all the senators voted? Do any senators desire to change their vote?
Senator Vogel, how do you vote?
The clerk will close the roll.
Ayes
Senator Vogel votes aye.
ayes 23, noes 9.
24.
I'm sorry. Ayes 24, noes 9.
Ayes 24, noes 9. Senate Resolution 91 is agreed to. The senior senator from Fairfax, Senator Saslaw.
Mr. President, I'd inquire of the clerk, does that complete the calendar?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, is there any other business to come before the Senate? Do any senators wish to be recognized? Seeing none, the clerk will report any announcements on the desk.